I want to talk to you about that awkward moment when you walk into your boss's office and say, "Hey, I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing in 2 weeks, but it ain't going to be this." I had that moment back in 2014. When I started Culture Web Pros, I was not working off of a big savings account or taking a home equity line or getting a small business loan. When I decided to start this company, I decided to leave a cushy, really stable job and just eat what I could kill. Pretty scary. I'm Kelly Coulter. I have Coulter Web Pros in Columbia, South Carolina, and this is the live action version of my blog that you can find at coulterwebpros.com/blog. And this blog was originally posted on 1/11/20, and I'm going to read it to you, and I'm going to interject my thoughts when I have them. All right, so hindsight being 2020, the way that I left my last job was not a great way to do it. The way that I started this company was not the ideal way to start this company. Um, Hindsight being 2020, I would have gotten some savings in place. I would have gotten a line of credit to stabilize when cash was low, things like that. But I've never regretted starting a company. It was what I was meant to do. It was what I was always supposed to be doing. And so it was the right move for me. And I think a lot of people are like that. They know that they really want to be in business for themselves. They know they've got a certain skill set. They know they've got the contacts, the ability, the drive to do it, and they've got this intellectual property that they're ready to get out there, but they are kind of holding back or don't know how that income will come. And so this post was really about how I made my first money, how I started paying rent and getting income going right from the very beginning. So a lot of the free advice that you're going to get on the internet from the business gurus and the internet gurus is going to say, build a following, put your best stuff out there, put all of your intellectual property out there, and that your following will buy from you. And that is great advice. It's really true. When you do develop a solid audience, they will buy whatever you're asking them to buy because they trust you. They know that you're putting good stuff out there. But that is a long-term play. So building an audience and building a big following and then getting them to buy from you is the long-term play. And if you are like me, eating what you can kill, you need to pay rent in month one. And so I want to talk to you about the not so sexy business techniques that can get you there. All right, so if you take one piece of advice from this whole post, that piece of advice would be build on what you have. We all have something. We all have strengths. We all have weaknesses. Even if you just graduated from high school and have never had any kind of corporate career, you've still got something that you're very good at and something that sets you apart from other people in the space that you want to be in. And so know what that is and leverage it. Leverage it. We all have assets that we can leverage. And I'm going to talk to you about a few of mine that are probably the same as some of yours. The first one being contact list. So when I started my business, I had a few valuable skills. I had project management. I had website development and leadership of these big website teams. I knew a few programming languages. I also had 15 years worth of professional contacts. Not everybody has that, and that's okay. We're going to talk about that. I'm also pretty comfortable on the business end of a microphone. I've been teaching fitness classes on the side for 15 years, so I've worn a head mic for a good bit of my adult life, and I DJ'd weddings when I was in college, so I'm good on a microphone, and I would count that as part of my skills. If I were going to inventory my skills, that would be one of them. So when I started this company, I was interested in using those skills and using the contact list to make money. I didn't spend a lot of time trying to figure out how I was going to package those skills into something cute or catchy. I wasn't looking for a product where I was saying, hey, I'm the website developer that's good on a head mic, or, I still don't even know how that would work. But um, I wasn't trying to do something cute or package that all together just yet. And I wasn't looking for a way to brand or name the company or name the package. I was looking to make money. So we're talking about paying rent in month one, right? My company was called kellycoulter.com for the first 5 years of existence. We only just rebranded recently. And that is because I was just looking to leverage the fact that I had a long contact list and a few key skills into some money. So I made a really simple logo. It looked like a K with a C. And I made a website at kellycoulter.com, knowing that I could change the product line on that website at any time. And I got to work. That's how I did it. I knew that the people I had worked with in the past knew me, knew what my strengths were, and they knew also what they needed. So the disadvantage I was at is that I didn't know exactly what the people on my contact list needed because I wasn't communicating with them on a daily basis. I didn't have a big Facebook group or anything where I could just ask for feedback. So what I did was I sent individual emails to everyone I could think of. I think I made a list of 100 or so people that I knew I could possibly work with. And I just sent them a nice, well-crafted announcement saying, hey, I am going to start consulting full time. And I would love to work with you again if you have any needs. As you know, I can do ABC. And so that's really how I got started. I leveraged those contacts into a lot of work that I kept for years. And so that was a really good technique. So for you, if you don't have a contact list, that might mean that you go out and try to meet people in the industry you're looking to work with. Maybe if you're looking to work with restaurants, you go to restaurants in the afternoon and introduce yourself to the managers. Or maybe it means that you're going to Chamber of Commerce events or other networking events, but you are going to have to get out there and get to know people. Because here's the thing about paying rent month one: people do business with people they know, like, and trust. And so you've got to get out there and let people like and trust you while getting to know you. And that's how you start to create those relationships that are going to become your first business. All right, so your second asset is social media. And we're not necessarily talking about some kind of well-crafted business presence just yet. We're talking about creating an announcement that is grammatically correct, well thought out, long form. So it's not one paragraph. It's a few paragraphs talking about your story. Put it out there on your personal media, on your personal social media. You want to let the people who already know, like, and trust you know that you are ready to start selling the thing that you're good at. And when you do that, you will get some response. So your social media is number two as far as assets. And we've all got a contact list. We've all got personal social media. I want to talk a little bit about what you do in relation to your business on your personal social media page as well as on your business page. So I've got a list here. I want to say yes to posting about what you do on your personal feed. I want to say yes to posting a photo and a description every single time you complete one of those first projects. I want to say yes to tagging your customers in those posts. I want to say no, don't ever talk about being frustrated or upset or disappointed about results that are coming from your new business. No, don't vague book. So this is a big temptation. It's really hard to stay away from, but don't ever go out on your Instagram or your Facebook and kind of post something like, ugh, people make me so crazy when they don't pay me on time. Or maybe even something more vague like, um, here's one I am actually guilty of. I posted one a few months ago that said, you get what you pay for when it comes to professional services. And I was frustrated because a client had an offer to have their website built for free and they were going to take the person up on that offer. And I knew that was most likely not going to work out well for them, but I couldn't say anything. So I vague booked. I did it, but don't do it. Don't do it. I'm going to go back and delete that post. All right. Yes, ask your readers to do something. When you do post about your business, at the end, I want you to put some kind of call to action. So either, hey, take a look at my website, or hey, join my mailing list, or if it's a picture of a awesome new product that you created, maybe it's just, if you love this, press like and share it with your network. Asking people to share is really effective. All right. And yes, put your best stuff out there. So, that advice that we talked about earlier really is true. You do want to position yourself as the expert. You do want to get out there talking about what you know. And so, it's okay to put information out there. I just want you to remember that social media alone and putting your best stuff out there, that strategy in and of itself is not going to make you money right away. That is a long-term play. All right. Asset number 3, your mindset. So we all are susceptible to frustration and disappointment and lots of things that happen when you're an entrepreneur in business will tend to get you down, frustrate you, tire you out. Um, this is something I really had to cultivate, and I've talked about it in my blog in a few different places. I battled a lot of anxiety for a good number of years of my life. And what I have really discovered is that I have to have a routine, a morning routine where I'm really getting my stuff together. I'm really coming at the day from a calm, confident place. And then I'm able to kind of take that into the day. So, what I want to say about that is that you need to commit to getting your head on straight every day and staying healthy. Um, Entrepreneurship, owning a business, building a business, it's a it's a feast and famine cycle. And in order to withstand that feast and famine cycle, you have to commit to staying healthy. You're going to get crazy requests from clients. You're going to experience highs. You're going to experience big lows. You're going to experience rejection. It's not for the faint of heart. So you have to commit to staying healthy. I want you to commit to staying healthy. If you don't start your day every day feeling confident and healthy, you're not going to ask for the work that you really want. You're not going to charge what you should be charging, and you're not going to make the money. So, confidence is important. Just talked about that. If you don't know what you're capable of, if you don't approach every day really feeling like I am capable of really excellent high-end work that I can charge a lot of money for, you're not going to do work that is excellent and high-end. One thing that I would suggest to that point is, in your first few projects, make sure that you approach those slowly and really mindfully, and that you take more time than you are intending to in the future. So, really take the time and the effort to get the first few projects right so that you can feel really super confident about the work product that you're putting out there and those base pieces for your portfolio. Take as much time as you possibly can and as much time as you need to put out a really excellent product. The other thing about confidence is that it's not going to allow you to settle. So listen up. This is really key. I cannot tell you how important this is going to be. I cannot tell you how important this is going to be in building your business. Know what your work is worth and do not get talked down. Not for your neighbor, not for your cousin, not for your mother. If you're bootstrapping a company, you're most likely a service provider. So you're working on a skill set and an intellectual piece of property, and you have to get paid for that. If you don't get paid, you cannot build your business. If you cannot build your business, you cannot stay in business. If you cannot stay in business, you cannot serve your customers with that high-end, beautiful work that only you can do. So you have to be confident about what you are charging, and you cannot allow yourself to get talked down. So when I was first in business and I was emailing my contact list and saying, hey, I'm going to be consulting, I got some of those offers out there where people would say things like, hey, I will let you do my website for free and you can put your name at the bottom. So that would be an example of being talked down. And luckily, even at that time, that was a big no thank you to me. That was yes, I can do your website, and no, I cannot do it for free. And by the way, just so that we are all clear, my company name is at the bottom of every website that I create, and I still get paid. So that's an example of being confident in the work product and knowing that I can charge for that work product. So the last asset I want to talk about is past time investment. So there are times when you have been chugging along in a career, or you're coming out of high school or college, and you've maybe been volunteering or putting work or effort into something that doesn't exactly align with your career, but something that could be built upon. So when I started my company, I wish that I would have taken a little bit more time to look at passive revenue sources and ways that I could leverage my investment in communities outside of web development in order to make some sort of passive income. And I'm going to give you an example. I mentioned earlier in the post that I've been a fitness instructor for a really long time, and I do that on the side, kind of 5:30 a.m. or at night, or Saturday mornings. But it's something I've done for a long time, and I love the fitness instructor community. I love teaching. So about 10 years ago, maybe even longer, I started a group on Facebook that was just for fitness instructors. And every week I log into that group. I look at everyone who wants to join. I kind of look at their Facebook profile and make sure they're actually a fitness instructor and not just somebody who wants to date a fitness instructor or wants to look at what workouts we're posting. So I've taken 10 years to vet every single member of this group, and it's grown to about 7,500 people. So I've got a significant time investment in that group. And so what I do is now I've created a directory for fitness instructors. And in the future, there will be opportunities for me to sell advertising to businesses who want to advertise to fitness instructors. So that would be an example of using kind of a past time investment to further create a passive revenue source. I want to talk about a touchy subject. I was going to create a little quiz so that you could test whether or not your idea was a passive revenue idea. But really what I was trying to say is that I'm sorry, but all day wear lipstick, essential oils, protein shakes, crazy print leggings, they don't sell themselves. That is not passive revenue. So if you're thinking of joining a multi-level marketing as part of your passive revenue, or your, one of your income generation techniques for your business, I just want to say that that is not a passive revenue source that is going to create, that's going to take a time and a commitment. And the majority of people who do join MLMs do not find the same kind of success as the top 10%. So I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm not recommending that you join any kind of multi-level marketing in order to try to create a passive revenue. All right, y'all. So those are my 4 assets that I started with. Those are that last one wasn't even an asset in the beginning because I didn't do anything with it until recently. But those are the things I can recommend that you look at to really start trying to get customers from day one. I hope this was really helpful information. I really enjoy putting these out for you. Come to my website. At the bottom, there is a form. You can send me a note, ask to be on my mailing list. You can subscribe, and also please subscribe on YouTube and give me a like and a comment. I love hearing from you. Thanks. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.